I see. Um, how do you read so fast? Did you always read so fast?
Yeah, I was born that way. I think I'm a hyperlexic, which is a technical term, and I never learned how to read fast. And it's a rare thing, but I've met other people who have it, and it's a big advantage if you have it.
Is there any snippet into what it feels like when do you like sub vocalize? Some people like read words out loud. Do you just look at a page and you understand the page? What does it feel like to be a hyperlexic?
I don't know how it is for the other hyperlexics. I know a single digit number of them, right? Which is some, but not that many. And you don't vocalize much, if at all. I believe that's true. And you can read more in chunks, and you can more easily spot what you don't need to read as well. Like, oh, this page, nothing on it for me. Let's continue. You can do that quite well. So you read less. It's a mistake, I think, to call it skimming. Like you're just seeing you don't need to read that page. It's some blah, blah, blah that you've already read somewhere else. And the more you read, the more you spot this. It's sad in a way, but it's true.
And this
So
is
you can
applied
focus
to
on what you really ought to be reading.
does it what do you think, does it come from some like better understanding of the world, some like uh you're better at processing information, some sort of intelligence? uh where do you think the fast ability to read comes from, if there was some mechanistic angle to think about it?
Well, I think the genetic component is something to do with how quickly you can turn visual inputs into understanding that you're just born with or not. And you probably have high visual acuity. So, like if I go to a bookshelf and I'm trying to spot the title of a book, I
Mhm.
found I'm really much better than that than most other people, just like finding the book on the shelf. If there was some kind of game show where that's what you did, I would do very well. Um, yeah, mostly innate slash genetic, whatever. I don't think it's well understood.
Do you think it's had strong benefits for your career?
Yeah, it's what made my career. Not, I mean, that's an understatement. Uh, Everything I do would not be possible without it. So if I can read 5 or 10x more quickly than someone who's comparably well educated or similar IQ, it's just a huge advantage. And they're not really going to make up for it. And
Yeah.
since I can read fast, my rate of return for reading more is also high. So I'm reading faster and I'm reading more, and then that accumulates. And it's just very hard for people to catch up to that. It's great.
It feels like there should be some psychometric for this, like IQ or something. It's if it's quite high stakes, in sense of making your career, uh, shouldn't it be more studied?
Probably. Now there's sufficiently few people. Like A, it's hard to study.
Okay,
Uh, and B, like you could study it. I don't know how you could help people. Maybe you could help them with it. But if the main lesson is that it's genetic, I'm not sure what you can then do.
fair. Um, how do you relate to? I've heard people comment on the robustness of like um, personality psychology literature, and despite that, I still use like um, things like agreeableness and conscientiousness and openness and like thinking about other people. Um, how do you relate to these sort of adjectives and descriptors? Do you feel like they have some sort of scientific oomph, or are they mostly just good at capturing the way other people operate?
No, I think they have some meaning, and it's very useful when there's another person you can share the terms with. Maybe that's more useful than applying them solo in your imaginings. So it's a communications language. But that said, a lot of it's context dependent. So there's people who will neglect tasks at work because they have to get home to feed the cat. Now, is that conscientiousness or is that the opposite of conscientiousness? There's no point in arguing the term, but you can see it's a bit of both. And I think much of the world is like feeding your cat but not finishing your task at work.